So what do we have here? So boys, we have two OKW players on the bottom right hand side of the field. It looks like, and two Austin players on the top right. And then we've got two Soviets, one British and one USS. So we've got a nice variety here, good variety. Those of you who don't know that you can only have two Austrias and two OKWs. You can't have like three Austria, one OKW. It has to be 2-2, I believe. Right, we're just waiting 1 minute for the match to start. Fantastic, let's just bump this up. Let's make the nice fancy scene transition. So we're over here. Right, so we got Soviets on the left, USF. Soviets in the middle, and Brits on the right. In the top. OKW on the left, two Austria in the middle, and OKW. So both OKWs are going to be rushing for the fuel points, it looks like, and the Austria players are probably going to support them. This is actually not a bad little positioning, because you want your Sturms here. If they're on the edges, they'll be the first ones to get to the fuel points, rather than if they were back here. And the machine guns will, then come out and then support from the rear. Let's have a quick look at the commanders before this match starts. We've got, we'll look at Lucky over here on the right. So we've got himself the Terror Tactics, KV-8s, ML-20 Shock Troopers. We've got IS-2, KV-8. Again, KV-2 here, Urban Defense, our USF player over here. Seeking has the Airborne Company with Pathfinders, Paratroopers, etc. My favourite commander at the moment is Recon Support Company, R&R Pathfinders, Airborne Combat Troop. We've got Armoured Company. We've got over here, we've got ISU, nice. KV-2 again, so interesting to be very good in team games because you can pop all those repair stations down for your teammates. And Urban Defense Tactics again, so two Soviet players in the same commander. And then lastly, we'll look at our Brit. We've got Commander Regiment, Mobile Assault Regiment, probably my favourite commander is Brits, and the Royal Artillery Commander. Now, in the north, we have the Axis players. We've got Aerofield. We all know Aerofield, long-standing member of the co-community. He's got himself Luftwaffe, he's got Firestorm, and he's got Elite Armour. Interesting variety. No tank, just no Special Operations Doctrine or Panzerfuses Reactive, interestingly enough. And then we have our other OKW player on the far right. He's got Firestorm as well. He's got the Panther one, and he's got Overwatch. So we could use the Great Jaeger Light Infantry Squad, which is very popular at the moment. And yeah, that's good. Right, we've got a first little engagement happening in the bottom. Stern Pioneers were jumped in this house, but they're not in a good spot here. They don't really want to engage over here. They lose them all straight away. They are going to be reinforced by some Volks. Quick look at the Austria players. Both players here have Jaeger armor. One player here also has fortified armor. So we've got two elephants on one on two commanders here on one player. We've got German infantry doctrines, so you can get stormtroopers and veterancy squad leaders, so fireman, pioneers and grenadiers. We've got assault support, Tiger tank, and Pack 43 artillery officer. Meanwhile, on the right left-hand side, MG sets up in this house, but it's probably going to get circumstrated by these combat engineers here. Don't know where he jumps in with the grenadiers as well. Probably not the best engagement. He's going to jump up the machine gun, probably on this side, hopefully. Yep. And reposition, so that's a good play there. Echelons are going to get charged by pioneers. Nope, they're going to jump into cover. Meanwhile, left-hand side, our OKW player didn't rush the fuel point. Instead, he decided to go for the munitions point over here and make sure he's in a good spot over there. Engineers get suppressed and then decide to jump in the house. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, those Sturms finally retreat back to base, but it looks like Axis have now got control of the fuel point. So we've got one fuel point on each side under control. Now we have a little combat group of Soviet and British infantry moving to the right-hand side. Those pioneers probably have to get out of there very soon. You see a Maxim and an MG42 firing on each other. And we have a good flank here from our from Airfield. Good engagement here. You've got his Stern Pioneers firing on one window in the houses. They should win that engagement here. Volks in a good spot here in the central house. Got to watch out for the assault engineers before they upgrade flamethrower to get them out of the house. I think using assault engineers on this map on the left-hand side for Seeking is a very good idea because the flamethrowers will help with him getting map control, and clearing houses.
We're losing a capture point.
But it I feel like Axis are in control of this game to start with. But it looks like this flanking maneuver is going to get pushed back by the Allies on the left-hand side. And then it looks like Airfield's going to just soft pedal back over here and try and hold with these Volk squads in this house to stop the Allies from pushing further over to the left-hand side. Maxim gets finally pushed back on the middle. Meanwhile, on the right-hand side, we do have a combat engineer trying to flank round, but he's not going to do much there. He's already suppressed. He's got some Volks on his tail. Meanwhile, we have a lot of British infantry moving in here. Do we have any machine guns over here? No. So this British infantry should be able to do quite well. That's going to set up. I believe we just had a commander choice. We see Lucky over here on the right. Has gone for urban defense. But where is his army at? He's only got a couple of units so far. Surprised he hasn't got himself an M3 out. And trying to burn the MG out of the house with an M3. Meanwhile, those Volks are doing well. Here comes the flames. He gets out, but Airfield gets out the wrong side. And the whole squad's still bunched up on top of each other, so they're going to keep eating a nasty flame crit each time. He's not separating the squad, so they're just going to keep eating that nasty crit. Again, round 2 of MG42 versus Maxim. But the MG over here has got a mortar support, and the Grenadiers have got a flank off. But here comes some reinforcements from riflemen from the left-hand side. MG needs to turn and shoot to the left. It's not going to do so. He needs to get out. He needs to retreat back. Full retreat over there. We do see Flamethrower, Bren gun carrier coming out from Expensive Runner. Good play here. So he can clear this machine gun out of this house. His machine gun has to get out of dodge now. Here he goes. He notices it immediately and gets out. But he's still going to take a little bit of damage here. Oh, Penal's coming in as well with a nice little flank and the flamethrowers. Good play here. Good combined effort push here. Oh, nasty mortar hit on that infantry section. Is going to push them back. Penal's going to jump into that house and push back that mortar crew as well. Nice play here from the Allies though, still good there. I'm wondering if he's going to put down the forward headquarters of one of these buildings soon. Probably this one would be best. Meanwhile, left hand side, Allies are trying to make ground on the left. They should be able to do that with the Maxim support here. Assault engineers burning those Volks Grenadiers. Med truck over here on the left hand side has got healing up. Grenade going down here, lots of grenades going into that house there. Have them pull back these squads. Flamethrower Bren gun doing work though. He's making sure, very good play with this unit. Allies turning the tide of this battle. It looked like a shaky start. Now getting good control. But be careful of that Flamethrower squad. They're trying to push him a bit too close, and now he might lose the squad and retreat. He needs to retreat it now. If he gets focus fired, he could die. Oh, he gets away with a silver health, and there's nothing to stop. Oh no, we do have some Grenadiers. Those Grenadiers might wipe the engineer on the retreat. Let's quickly look over here. Engineer reassurance capping that point. Is he going to focus fire this squad? No, they're still focusing fire this squad here. Focus the different squad, mate. Focus that squad. Come on, jump out and focus it. Oh, big mistake there not to kill that. Why is that the camouflage on that thing look really strange from this angle? Oh, a very aggressive forward HQ here, but nice. Oh, looks like that flamethrower half-track pushed away that retreating Volks Grenadier squad, and as a result, he loses it. Misplay there, but really good push here. MG42 dies in the house as well. Very aggressive play from the Allies, and it's paying off, and an AC's coming out as well to counter that flamethrower half-track. Very good play from the Allied players on the right-hand side. So that is props Expensive Runner, as well as Lucky. Doing well on that side. Another flamethrower comes out on the left-hand side, flamethrower half-track, and there's nothing apart from guards to deal with that. But a flamethrower can easily just reverse down the side there and avoid those guards. That MG needs to retreat now, otherwise it's going to get stolen, which would be a very big loss for the Allies. AC from the Allies. Expensive Runner Decisive bring it over to the left-hand side because it notices that the Allies on the left-hand side are struggling. So that's a good bit of teamwork there. Got to watch out for armor-piercing rounds. Is that a telemine? No, it's just a normal mine there, but he's very careful there. Maxim is covering the other Maxims there so that it can't get stolen. Anyone on the right-hand side. Oh, he's got a cheeky demo on this house as well, so his opponent, if he tries to get in that, he'll just blow him up. Well, he's got to get out of the house that's getting burned. He does notice it good. We do see some mortar fire coming in from the Axis here, I believe. Some incendiary rounds. Probably from the LEIG. Fire, yep, that's what it is, incendiary barrage. Flamethrower half-track needs to be careful, it's low health, needs to get repairs. That AC has gone all the way back over to the right though, because it needed repairs after getting hit a lot from that MG42 incendiary rounds. Keep repairing. Go on, keep doing it. So I'm thinking Allies are really in a strong spot here. Machine guns in a good spot to deal with that flanking blob coming in there. 3 infantry sections, man, all fully healthy. Ooh, I don't like this. This Volk's already pushing in with not a lot of health. Oh, that squad's gonna die. We're gonna see a Volk wipe here. Oof. Meanwhile, we do see a smoke grenade being lobbed here by these stormtroopers, but they are already low health. Especially that squad there. I don't know why he's not got any healing for his troops when he sends them out. He tank gun there to stop that flamethrower half-track from pushing down the main road on the right. T-70 out now from Vadi. Gets a little bit too close to those grenadiers. Could have received the fouls then, but a little bit slow on the uptake is YGN now. YG now. Another Maxim again in a bad spot, going to get pushed back, but there's a 50 cal there. Oh, he had to reset it up. That means it might die here. If he focuses fires that, oh, it's going to die. Mistake to reset that up. T-70 has been critted. But the Axis player over here, Mr. Airfield, is going to pull back to the safety of his own machine gun. Oh, a nice little flank here from these Panzer Grenadiers. Might wipe this entire mortar crew. It does. Very nice bundle grenade there. And I wonder if he's going to use the flamethrower half-track to burn this house down. And also, this is the, Lucky has put down 2 Thor HQs. He's got one over here and one on the right-hand side. Well, he did have one on the right side, just got destroyed. So, good teamwork there again from the Allies. He's trying to use the flamethrower half-track to constantly burn that down. So, it's a good play there from YGN now. Oh, we've got to be careful. Grenade just went off of this house. Could have potentially detonated the demolition charge. Also, these very weak stern pilots rushing around the right-hand side. Potentially could lose these on retreat to these Tommies. Let's see if he focuses them down. Oh, and a good shot from the half-track, the anti-tank gun, anti-infantry rounds there. And again, the flames are coming in to burn this house down. Weak MG, I'd like to see that getting healed up. But thanks to these houses, Allies have gotten a good, base of operations to push out from, afford a base of operations. I'd like to see this squad pull back as well and get healed. Very low health, 40% health squad. Shouldn't have it too close to front line there. And he might, yeah, he's going to take some extra damage there next to the fire. Watch out for that. Airfield's doing well to hold his left-hand side, but he now notices these flanking flamethrowers guys are going to be pushing in. He's going to try and jump in with these. It's probably going to be a bad idea though, because double flames are going to hit. Well, he notices it quickly enough and pulls back. MG's going to reset up, so good play from Airfield to quickly pull back and reposition once he knows that flank is incoming. So now he just needs to fire on these flamethrower guys from range, but then also good move to pop out of the house. He only needs to keep jumping in and out of the house when he gets close. The right-hand side Allies still have good control here. They're making a play for their battle group headquarters. But the anti-tank gun is now unsupported and is going to get chased down. Should be okay though. It can keep reinforcing there. And then we'll see another satchel charge coming in on this house. We also do see some artillery being fired, probably from the Brit players' base defences, yet they're firing on that. So we do see the battle group going down. And we might even see a wipe here from these penals on this Volk squad. That Volk squad's probably going to go down here. Looks like Kaiserswerg is going to lose another squad. He's hardly got any units left. He's got 3 units left. He does have tier 4 built though. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, flamethrower half-track is burning a lot of allied infantry, but it is getting low. We do see a flanking from an AEC round down the middle. Will wipe the first flamethrower half-track, but Pack does turn around to deal with it. Will it die? Oh, he does pop smoke to get away. Nice play there from an expensive runner. Very nice. Kills the flamethrower half-track and gets away. Allies are in full control of this match so far. And then another squad loss. They're not paying attention there. Is YG now loses his Panzer Grenadiers, unfortunately. Panzer Grenadiers over here, going to get burned in green cover, going to take extra damage there. And that pack gun is the only thing there, kind of keeping that allied armour away. Let's have a look at the Axis here. We're getting another rocket coming out good because they realise they're struggling. We do see some tech happening over here. Tier 2 finally going up here. Or rather, sorry, tier 3 being teched. He was building a med bunker, then decided not to. What's he getting here? He's getting some opens. I can't even afford any armor just yet. He's 50 cal. I think he's in range of being constantly yeah, he's going to keep reinforcing there. He's in a good spot. But he needs to be careful, this squad here. Grenades coming in. We do see a Sherman coming out onto the field. There she comes. Quickly back over to here. Axis pushing down the center. Oh, and a Centaur is out as well. Axis are going to get pushed back here, but Airfield's going to try and hold his ground. Flames open up, might lose. Oh, a league shot coming in and finishing off that combat engineer. I feel like Airfield is the MVP of the Axis team at the moment. Here comes a bundle grenade onto these penals. He's not noticed it. Oh, he's going to eat that with his face. But here comes the Centaur. Finds the Raketan as well, but he's not going to wipe it. MG in a good spot in that house again. He's got the Stern Pioneers rushing around the left-hand side. Got to be careful with those Sterns, a little bit overextended. Oh, but you have a good double Raketan shot landing right on that T-70. Going to be pushing that back. Flames again coming in. Doing some good work there. Hacker's in a good spot. Uh-oh, these engineers, Merrifield need to be careful. Come on, Stern Pioneers, you need to get out of there. You got a nasty retreat, he's noticed it, but maybe too late. I think he'll be okay. Just about. There's Leagues doing some nice shots on that 50 cal. Oh, we do see a machine gun getting killed there by the League. See some more fire coming in here. We do see that concentration barrage trying to push back the Axis infantry that was there. But yeah, looks like Axis have switched their entire army around the left-hand side now and given up and trying to push this right-hand side. But I don't know why the Allies are still. They've got a lot of their forces on the right-hand side where they could be pushing over to the left-hand side. They should execute. Let me just pause the game for a quick second. Let's just go into the tactical map and have a quick look here. We can see here that the Allies could make a really good push round this middle side, around the flank round here. But they've got most of their forces just chilling at the back here. And at the moment they're just constantly hitting the frontal face of the Axis. So it'd be nice to see if they did a nice flanking move around the side. But let's see if they notice it, because you can see this entire side over here is completely open, no mines, nothing. So I wonder if they'll do recon and spot that. MG getting low. I mean, that house is getting low in that house. MG's facing the wrong way. Centaur's shooting down that plane. Airfield's still doing well to hold his own on the left-hand side. Not
6-pounder anti-tank gun finished.
Giving up much ground. He's going to lose that munitions point over there. We do see a cheeky demo charge in this house as well, so if he gets in that house, still be very careful. Grenade going off there. Oh, and a very cheeky T-34 shot kills that grenadier, and it does drop his LMG. House is getting low as well. A lot of forces pushing on here. We've got 3 Allied players on the left-hand side versus 2 Axis players right now. Meanwhile, in the middle, it looks like Kaiserberg is finally making play here. We do see some very weak Panzer Grenadiers retreating across negative cover. Infantry section is trying to focus them down. Raketan weapons are in position here. Meanwhile, left-hand side, we do see a captain. Might be overextended here. We do see 2 Volks here. Oh, this captain's probably going to die. Let's see this. Focus fire here. Oh, a good move from Airfield to try and take that unit out. Oh, Conscript Squad gets a nasty mortar around to the face there. I mean, Raketan's got double leagues. We see a vehicle finally, a Panzer is finally coming out. He spots that demolition charge using the sweeper, so he safely diffuses it from range. Very nice play there from Airfield. Watch out, those Pioneers need to pull back. That Centaur's getting repaired. We've got 2 anti-tank guns in the middle here. And it looks like the Axis are going to try and see him. He's got Panzer IV. Oh, yep. We've got a Panzer IV going to try and come over here and try and deal with this over here. But he's going to attack from the front. We do see grenades going in, maybe? No? Yep. We do see the artillery flares being dropped in, so RT's going to be dropping here very soon. He's attacking the... I don't know why he's not trying to flank the anti-tank gun, but he's just, again, going from the frontal. So he's going to be able to push this back here for the time being. And AAC is also going to come in and help to be able to fend off that Panzer IV for a moment. We do see a Sherman now pushing here, but double Raketans are going to turn and face it. Will we see double... Oh, we might see double Faust here as well. This Sherman might go down. Oh no, he's right behind the cover there. Oh, but this Panzer IV is probably going to go in. Oh, we do see a Katusha coming in as well. Oh, this could be devastating. Was that a Katusha? I might have missed it. It looked like a Katusha with all those rockets coming in. I think it was just the amount of mortar rounds coming in. I don't know. Anyway, Panzer IV receives marked target. It does get the Panzer IV down. It does receive a damaged engine. It's currently getting shot by bazooka fire and guards. Here comes a Zizgun to try and finish it off. There is nothing to stop this Panzer IV from retreating. You can drop a smoke barrage to try and potentially cover it. Oh, here comes a smoke bomb. Very good play here from... Who's that? It was Airfield trying to save it. Oh, he got abandoned. No. Is he going to try and steal it? He is. Oof. Anti-tank gun is in a bad spot. He might try and push against. There's nothing to stop me from rushing in the middle here with Axis infantry. Panzer IV. I don't know. That Panzer IV for a Sherman probably wasn't really worth it for the Axis, considering how behind they are at the moment. We will just see a bundle grenade going in against this Maxim. That's a good bundle grenade, potentially wiping the entire crew here. But we do see 5-man grenadier squad, so that does mean that we have seen German infantry doctrine. T-70 though is going to get a wipe on retreat here. Very low health grenadier veterancy 2. All the T-34 misses that shot, so he will get away. Nick of time. Looks like this game has become a lot more even now as things have progressed. Allies are having a lot harder time now trying to hold this middle area. But mind you, the guys on the right-hand side just sit here, sitting idle. I'd like to see some more caches over here. Allies could definitely afford some caches going down. Axis have only got one themselves. Only the first cache going up now for the Axis. A little bit late in the game for some caches. I mean, it's always good to put caches up, but you could have put them up a lot sooner, in my opinion. Oh, here we go. We've got some indirect fire. We've got some AL2 bombing strike coming in here onto the Schwer Panzer headquarters. Needs emergency repairs, and also we do have the artillery bombardment coming in from the British player, so combined artillery fire might even wipe this thing completely. Good play there from the Allies. Oh, Jesus Christ, something else is coming down as well. We also have the howitzer fire. This is definitely going down. We've got 3 types of artillery that was being dropped here. The R2 bombing strike, the British artillery, and the American artillery coming down. And I don't know why Airfield hasn't repositioned both both LEIGs. He should have repositioned them ages ago. Oh, there goes that forward HQ that's been destroyed. MG's been stolen as well. I don't know, now that the Allies have destroyed that, that's opened the field up a little bit more. Airfield, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to rebuild that Panzer IV that he lost earlier on. So he's going to be struggling, I think, now to get some proper armour out. How much fuel has he got? Not much either, so... yeah, it's not looking good there. You think he's going to have to rely on his allies. Do you see some Katusha fire? I think was that? Yep, here comes some Katusha fire directly on the field point, but easily dodged though from YG now. Oh, a mortar going down to the Sherman over here. Flares being dropped in the sky. Early warning flares have gone up. You see some mines going down here, but they have been spotted by Airfield. Bulldozer Sherman. Almost right in front of 2 Raketenwerfers. He needs to be careful. Shrek's also nearby as well. Oh, he's going to get... oh, he's a little bit too close here. The Sherman might go down if these Shreks also come around and get a shot in. Oh, damn. Panzer IV could have got a blow in there, but combined with marked target, button, and the Zizgun is going to push that away. Here come the Grenadiers again, going to kill that Maxim crew. Oh, and the Panzer IV does go down to an Su-85 and Firefly. Another loss for the Axis. That's 2 important armour pieces. But we do see a Panzer IV and a Panther coming out now from the Axis. So maybe this might help them turn the tide a little bit. Well, Centaur's getting repairs. Always good to have a Centaur in a forward form match. I always recommend that because it can shoot down all those planes. Panzer IV pushing back those things. Oh, we have double Raketens there and combined with the Panther. We might see a dead T-34 here. Panzer IV bounces one of its shots. Unfortunate there. I don't think if that Panzer IV had connected, that would have been a dead T-34. But, a bit of a shame. Oh, Sherman, Firefly gets a hit in there. And we see a big beast on the field. It is the infamous ISU. Look at that beauty. It's opening up on the battlefield there. Oh, those Vet 4 Sturms need to be careful. But the ISU decides to shoot on the over here instead. That's still a good shot. Explodes the oil drum over here. Looking very spectacular. And again, Allies, Axis, sorry, have not really made any concerted effort to try and push onto this right-hand side. They've kind of just gifted the Allies the entire right-hand side for free for the last 5 to 10 minutes. And Airfield is struggling hard here. He's constantly under fire from a lot of artillery. And, you know, he's done really well to keep... his unit preservation is really good. But he's struggling to deal with, you know... The artillery is hurting him hard. He can't really reinforce it. He's got his truck out again. He's going to try and probably get his Schwerd down again. But maybe it'll be a little too late, I think. Meanwhile, lots of mines going down in the middle. Good idea here from Lucky. But he has been spotted. Some artillery going down again from our Brit player. Again, I don't know what's going on. We've got some units just sitting around here not doing anything. We do see finally a little bit of a push here. Axis are putting down some fragmentation bombs to try and destroy that house. Good play there, getting rid of that forward HQ. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, we do see Panzerfaust pushing in against the Sherman. But it has been marked again, so he's going to have to pull back. Pack within range of that sensor, but slightly out of position. Hasn't got a clear line of sight. I know he does. That's a good hit there. Lots of mines. I wouldn't recommend putting all these mines so close to each other. He's all sitting on top of his mines, so if that was to explode, those engineers would take damage as well. Big push in here from the Allies. Where's the infantry at? They're going to try and rush in to stop this push, but the MG's probably going to get decrewed here. We also see again another drop of artillery here. Oh, this is really painful from Airfield. I feel sorry for him. He's going to have to pull back here. He can't risk trying to recrew that machine gun because he's going to get blown up by that artillery again. It's a shame there. He really needs some help from his allies. He's really struggling over here. Here comes the Sherman as well. Oh, watch out! There's engineers. Be careful. He's not paying attention. Those engineers are just on a direct route out of the base. But oh, Vet 4 combat engine. That's what Stern Bun is. Woo. Needs to be careful. We Vet 5. Vet 5 Stern Pioneers. Well, hey, you don't see them very often. Double Raketans. Not in a great spot. Machine guns got an angle on them, so they're going to be decrewed quickly. We do see a Jagdpanzer and a Panzer IV here. Again, that Panther's been sitting around for a while. Oh, Raketan gets decrewed. Sherman's trying to get in there to finish off the job that the American artillery started. 75 VPs remain. Axis need to get control of some VPs here.
Valiant assault is now at hand. The troops await your command.
He's going to go for a mechanized instead. I think he knows he can't afford to go for anything else. So I think Airforce is probably going to go maybe get some Stuka or maybe a Puma. He needs some kind of armor. Raketan is slightly out of position. There goes his battle grouper.
Battle Puma headquarters has been destroyed. A mobile command vehicle has been dispatched.
Poor Airfield. All alone on the left-hand side. And I think they're just going to throw in the towel. It's a shame there. So, Allies played very well this game. They utilised the forward HQ very well, even though they all got destroyed. They enabled the Allies to keep healing and reinforcing on the front lines. And Axis just really didn't have an answer, for that per se. They didn't have a good enough answer. And they didn't really utilise their armour when they had it on the field. Again, another point is they left the right-hand side completely alone, so the Allies just got free resources for the entirety of the game, pretty much on that right-hand side. And I think primarily the fault of this match was down to the guys Kaisersberg and I believe Wacky. They let the team down, I believe, on the right-hand side. Airfield, on the other hand, I think he was doing very well, considering the fact that he was, his veterancy is good. Vet 5 Sturms, but he just kept on getting, there's not much you can do about 3 players dropping artillery on you. You can't, that's unavoidable. So I definitely feel Airfield was MVP for his side. Although he did lose that Panzer IV, which was quite bad. But he did try to recover it with the Stuka smoke bomb. And he did trade it for a Sherman. But again, he needed to keep that thing alive, I think, to have some kind of staying power. As soon as that Panzer IV died on that field, he didn't really have much of a chance, I'm afraid. Yeah. It's a shame. Again, Axis didn't really make a concerted push either down the middle either. They could have. there's not much. I mean, they have the Jagdpanzer, there's Panzer IV here, the Panther as well. If they made a concerted push at some point down the middle, they could have like taken out a couple of key Allied units like the Sexton, or maybe a Centaur, or maybe an isolated Firefly or something, because a lot of the Allied armor was like scattered across the field. So well played though. GG's to the Allied team. They played very well. Good supporting units. That flamethrower Brent gun carry lived the entire time. Only got 3 kills, but it did work. It pushed back the machine guns at the start of the match. What else? We got anything else? No, anything else notable to say? Yeah, combat. These flamethrower combat engineers did quite well. Only lost one of them, but they were able to, you know, keep clearing these buildings on this left-hand side. So GG's guys. Well done. Well played, everybody. Can't see my mouse cursor. Why not? Can't see my mouse cursor while in game. What? Why is that? How do I fix that? Anyway, let's just have a quick look at the match stats here. So we can see here that even though the Allies lost quite a bit, the fact that they had their forward HQs on the front line enabled them to keep reinforcing, so they managed to keep that map control and do so well, even though they have not great KDs. Axis on the other hand, I think Kaiserswerg, you always expect Axis KDs to be fairly decent, but here we have Kaiserswerg, which is barely positive. And yeah, because he'd lost a lot of units, and that's not good. Having a barely positive KD as OPW is never good. So that's quite bad, I'm afraid. You can see Airfield as you know, like as I said, it was definitely MVP because his KD is better than everyone else. Damage dealt was more, and he had 10 captures, so he's definitely like trying to get good map control there. MVP for the Allies team appears to have possibly been, I don't know, they all played fairly well, to be honest. I mean, Lucky, you know, having a positive KD, considering that he was really constantly reinforcing and using his forward HQs is fairly good, especially as Soviets. I think Expensive Runner actually, I think he might be my MVP. He does have the most damage. He's using that flamethrower Brent gun carry very well. AC as well came in and was moving around the map that last game to take out a lot of the half tracks and stuff. So I think I'd say Expensive Runner is probably the MVP for the Allies team there. Although Siki does have the most captures, so I think they all played fairly well.